Comcast Channel 5 presents South Jersey High School Baseball, where today the Paulsboro Red Raiders take on the Bulldogs of Glassboro. Hello everyone and welcome to Glassboro High School. Jason Heller alongside Shawn, Leary. We've got some great high school baseball action for you today as two teams really having off to a great start this season, playing real well. And Shawn, this is a game with implications for postseason.
Yeah, both these teams really need this game. You know, Paulsboro comes into this game, Jay. They're 5-5. They had a couple of wins in the Delaney Classic. They were inconsistent at the beginning of the year. Started off 3-5, had 2 wins in the Delaney Classic. That's really put them in the position this week to get into the tournament. But they need to win 2 out of 4 games. They're going to play 4 straight games, starting with Glassboro here, and then they have a couple of tough ones in Audubon and Sterling, and also Woodbury. So they need to find 2 wins on their schedule this week to reach that 500 mark. You have to be 500 by Friday. With Glassboro having the 5 wins, or Paulsboro having the 5 wins, they just need to get 7. They'd love to just start off this week with a big win here.
And of course, whenever you look into the postseason, the first thing you're going to look at is your pitching. And we've got a great pitching duel today. First on the Paulsboro side, Mike Dombrowski.
Yeah, Mike Dombrowski, he's really done a nice job for this team. A 4-year starter, started as a freshman, pitched as a freshman, plays the outfield. He's got good speed, number 2 hitter in the lineup. This guy does a lot of good things for your team. He's a guy that started with the program early and has really developed and matured into a nice baseball player in the Colonial Conference. He's a guy who throws a pitch, throws a straight fastball, a good curveball, and he's just done a really nice job at the top of the order. Gets hits. He's really got a little pop in his bat now, too. He hit a couple home runs in the Delaney Classic, which is a little bit unusual for him. But this guy's just an all-around good, fundamentally sound baseball player.
And then for Glassboro, they're in great shape this afternoon, too. They have Chris Stannis on the hill.
Yeah, Chris Stannis comes in this game, and they also need a big win from him. You know, Glassboro comes into this game where they're 6-6. They have 2 games on their schedule this week, so they need to find 1 more win on the schedule to make the cutoff, to get into the playoffs, get into that Group 1 playoffs. They'd like nothing more to have a good outing from Chris Stannis. Chris Stannis is a guy who comes in with a little bit of a straight change, throws a fastball, a curveball, been a very consistent pitcher for Glassboro. They really need this win here today. They have another game this week, but they'd like to just get it done, get it over with here, so they don't have to worry about Shalleck down a couple of days down the road and have to get into the playoffs. Chris Stannis is a guy that can do it for them. He's their number 1, their ace, and when you have a big game, you want your ace on the mound.
2 very good pitchers in a game that should be very interesting with playoff implications. We'll get off to a break. When we come back, we'll have great action for you. South Jersey High School Baseball here on Comcast Channel 5. Welcome back to Glassboro High School. Jason Helder alongside Shawn Leary, which should be a great matchup here between the Red Raiders of Paulsboro High School and the Bulldogs of Glassboro. There's your screen starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, Chris Stannis, 3-2, 3.84 ERA, struck out 30 batters. He's pitched in over 23 innings so far this season. He's going to face a tough Red Raider lineup.
Chris was, every once in a while, Jay, he'll throw a knuckleball up there too. He throws a little straight change, curve, fastball. So he's got a little arsenal of pitches that he's collected.
Conditions pretty good here for a baseball game. Certainly it's a little chilly for May, but not too bad. The wind's blowing a little bit out, actually blowing in a little bit from right field.
It's a chilly day for sissies. It's beautiful out here, Jay. Beautiful. Nice little breeze working. I'm sure these players, because they'll lather up a little bit with the sun being out today, so I'm sure they'll appreciate a little bit of a breeze. Nice day for a game. I'm pumped.
I'm pumped myself. I'm ready to see.
I'm ready to suit up. I'm sitting on the Glassboro. We're sitting on the Glassboro side. Don't be surprised if you see me pinch hit today.
I won't be surprised. I'll tell you what, though, I'd be surprised if I saw you pinch run.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody, the courtesy runner, will start at home plate for me.
Paul Giordano leading things off for Paulsboro. He'll be followed by Mike Dombrowski, Brian Billig.
Yeah, we got great seats right here. Be able to take a look at, see the calls from the ump. That was a little bit outside. That was low. Yeah, this is a terrific day. You have a high school softball game going on behind us. To the right of the diamond. Actually to the left if you're looking from center field. See some of the parents and fans of the Lady Bulldogs on the backstop. Nice atmosphere here today.
So Stannis behind in the count. Delivers a 3-0 pitch.
It's a good pitch.
That one grooved over for a strike. Still a little behind here. Jared Donis to a pretty good pitch to hit. 3-1 the count. Stannis delivery on the way.
Oh, that's a good pitch there.
Beautiful pitch to clip the outside corner of the plate. So Stannis battles back to a full count against Giordano.
It's a fair ball.
Stannis fields a throw over to first base in time for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, nice job by Stannis battling back there. Falling behind in the count. Comes back, gets the leadoff hitter. To ground one off the plate. And here's a good matchup here. Two guys we talked about in the open. Dombrowski, the left-handed hitter. And this kid's been playing for the Red Raiders now for 4 years.
Leads the team in batting average coming into today's game, hitting .419. He's knocked in 7 runs on the season, 2 home runs.
Hit those 2 home runs in 1 game in the Delaney Classic. And Jay, this team, they came in the first 8 games, had 1 home run in the Delaney Classic. They managed to belt 6 home runs in that game.
Can they point to any reason or two for the specific power surge in 1 game?
They played on a Little League field. I didn't want to mention that because it sounded like a good stat. But they played on the Clayton Little League field, which is a little bit smaller than mentions.
Could have lied. Could have said
you put me in the situation where I had to tell the truth. That would sound like such a great stat. That's going to be a hit for him.
Light swings, throw over to first base. Got him in time. Heck of a play by the Glassboro shortstop, George Donald. Did you mention Dombrowski's got a lot of speed down that line? That's a great play to come up with that ball and get the out.
Well, he didn't burn down the line. He looked like he spun his wheels a little bit coming out of the box. But you're right, that was an outstanding play by George Donnelly. Here's a sophomore that comes in making a big play here in the first inning. Does a nice job charging the ball and a good, strong, hard throw. Dombrowski being a left-hander, with that type of a little slap hit, usually that's a single.
Great off-speed pitch delivered to there you see Billig, 370 hitter, 3 RBIs on the season for Paulsboro. And one drops outside, 1-1.
I'm really impressed with that play. That's terrific for a shortstop to be able to come up, make that play against a speedy guy like Dombrowski.
He had been playing him pretty deep off the dirt too.
That's just foul.
See a good shot there. Close down the first baseline. So now 2 strikes against Billig.
1-2.
Fouled back to the screen.
That looked like that was his knuckle. Didn't have a whole lot of rotation on it. Nice job by Billy just to get a piece of that, Jay, just to foul it off.
Has to hang in there tough. He's got 2 strikes.
Up and out of play. A couple fans reaching for that. You're a brave guy, huh?
You come on, you
Want
want
a
to
piece of it.
come out and get that thing signed. You got really immediate access to the players down here. I mean, get that signed, put it on eBay, see what you get.
George!
There's a couple of good young players on both rosters that I think are going to be special players. We already seen the one, George Donnelly. George Donnelly, he's going to be a good one. He came in as a freshman last year and helped this team out defensively.
There you see some of the people come out to watch this afternoon's game. Great sunny weather for them. Pitch on the way.
Ooh.
Just missed. So now he's got a full count to Billy.
Strain's gotta frame that a little bit. Nice pitch there, but that ball gets away.
Swung and a miss, and as you say, got away from him. Charging down the first baseline. Strain flips it over to the first baseman. Can't get it there in time.
Billy G. Glassboro, it just seemed like he just didn't want to be on base. He didn't run out of the box whatsoever. Paulsboro, the coaching staff's telling him to run. His teammates are telling him to run. Strain wasn't able to come out with it. He's kind of stopped because he figured he was going to be thrown. He doesn't hustle down the line. Even after he does realize that he can try to go to first base, he swung through that, but since it got away from Strain, you're allowed to advance.
So that's going to bring Steve Acey to the plate. Right fielder for Paulsboro. Hitting in the cleanup spot with 2 outs here and a run on first base. Denise makes a move over to first, but Billy doesn't have too much of a lead over there, so he gets back in plenty of time. So now for the first time we've seen this game, Denise pitching from the stretch.
It's good live fastball there, blew it by AC.
You know, when he throws the fastball, it's coming in there pretty quick. You mentioned we've got a great vantage point to really study the pitchers and where the catcher's framing the ball along home plate. He comes to the fastball. He's throwing pretty hard. That one connected solid. Send a ground ball into right field. Billy's going to round second and then head up and head back. Tag on the way, but he's safe.
Billy is just dying to come back to the bench. He rounds second, barely gets back. In fact, I thought Donnelly might have had him. I don't know if our replay deck isn't working today, but it isn't the right temperature out.
It was a good. it was a good play by the Glassboro right fielder Kevin Beebe to come up with a good throw, and he almost got that out at second base.
Yeah, I thought he might have nabbed him. Ump was right there. I would have loved to have seen that again, because it looked like he might have gotten the tag down.
So now we see Anthony Petrutz at the plate for Paulsboro, with 2 outs and runners on first and second base here in the top half of the first inning.
Yeah, he went.
Looked like he started to move his front leg too quick, and by the time he decided he didn't want to swing at that pitch, his body motion already pulled the bat across the plate.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that rule, Jay. I really don't like that rule where you strike somebody out and the ball gets away from the catcher and they're allowed to get to first base. It's not an out.
I thought you meant the check swing.
Nah, the check swing. I'm all about the check swing. But I think it's a weak call. Why should the batter be allowed to get to first base after they struck out? They're the ones that swung at a bad ball. It was just a heck of a pitch by Stannis. I mean, if you're looking at the pitcher, he throws a heck of a pitch, a curveball that just drops off the table, and that's where you see that a lot of times. A pitch that just drops off, gets into the dirt, and because the catcher wasn't able to hold on to it, the pitcher gets penalized. It's not even an out.
I was going to say,
big deal. You get credited with a K, but now Stannis is in a position where he's got first and second, and basically he retired the first 3 batters.
It's an odd way and an odd time to punish a pitcher. Essentially, that's what that is. That runner gets on base. That's a punishment to the pitcher. All he had just done is done exactly what he's supposed to do, is strike a batter out.
I'm going to talk to the umpires in between innings, see if I can
take care
change
of that.
something for this game, because that's horrible.
Yeah, we don't want to see that again. Pitching away from Stannis, fouled to the screen. That one stuck.
Climb up right there.
The other one stuck.
We were able to see what we were laughing at. The ump throws the ball up against the cage, knock it loose, and that gets stuck.
That's a home plate umpire, Paul Regal. He's doing it all today.
I like Paul's. I don't know if we'll be able to see it on the screen, but I really like the way he calls a strike. Runners are moving on that.
It all comes back to that, what we had talked about. We just focused on the last couple of minutes. In position, 2 quick ground outs, the first 2 batters of the game. And then Billy gets on after striking out. The ball got loose from the catcher, followed by a single from AC. And now Petrutz walks, and now you've got the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Yeah, I just hate that call. I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't think don't think you should punish somebody for doing something good. I know Dick Vitale always talks about in basketball the alternate possession rule when there's a jump ball, and you don't award the defense a good defensive stance. Sometimes the offensive guy will get the ball anyway. It's the same position. This pitcher strikes out the batter, but they're still in first. It's a good pitch there.
He came right after him with his first pitch. Strike to George Johnson.
Nice pitch there. That 2 good pitches. First he starts him on the inside part of the plate, then he goes outside. Strain getting the call from the coach. I wouldn't be surprised to see a curve here.
Johnson does a good job fighting it off. The one thing you got to be careful though is with the runner on third base, you got to watch when you have how that runner got on was a curveball that had got out of arm's reach of the catcher. Wasn't able to haul it in. Something like that could score a run.
The advantage here is you'd be able to. There's the curveball there.
So count remains 0-2. Johnson fouled off the last 2 pitches. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the first inning. Pitch from Stannis, swung on and missed, strike 3. So he gets out of a jam, Shawn. After 2 quick outs with 2 ground outs to Giordano and Dombrowski, bases get loaded after the wild pitch or the error, and then the single by AC, and Petrutz walks and finds himself in position then with bases loaded, but Stannis holds his composure and really gets out of that inning without any trouble.
Yeah, he did a nice job battling back. And like you said, he unfortunately he didn't really work himself into trouble, but Strain not able to hold the ball, and then it kicks off, and I'm sure he was trying to hustle down. So I didn't think there was a chance they were going to be able to get him out of first, but Billy kind of started walking back toward the dugout and didn't hustle down the line. And these little mistakes in a game like this where both teams are trying to get into the playoffs in a close game. Both these teams, around 500. Both teams are 5-5, 6-6. Actually, they are 500. You got to be focused in the game and limit your mistakes. In a game like this, you'll find the team who makes the mistakes are going to lose the game. It may not come down to somebody hitting a big bomb or something like that.
Both teams, though this game, as you mentioned, certainly has the playoff implications involved. Both teams seem pretty composed coming in. I mean, you didn't see really much nervousness on either side.
Yeah, you didn't see a whole lot of fire from either team. Both teams coming in, it was kind of laid back. Paulsboro just they haven't played in seven or 8 days, so they probably have to wipe some of the rust off. Glassboro is coming into this game where they know what's at stake, but they also have Shalleck on the schedule, who's really struggled this year. So they might not be, they want to get this done and over with, but by getting the win, getting into the playoffs. But they might feel a little bit more at ease that way as well. I think this game means a little bit more for Paulsboro, needing the 2 wins. Paulsboro faces Audubon, Sterling, of course. Woodbury's struggled a little bit, but that's always been a good rivalry. Woodbury-Paulsboro, always a close game. Now, there was a stretch, I think it was like by 1 run over 3 or 4 years, a couple of years ago. So there's always been good games there. So I think Paulsboro really needs this a little bit more than Glassboro needs it. And I didn't really see the fire coming out of Paulsboro. And you see a mistake by Billig not running or hustling down the line. That's a simple fundamental rule of the game. So when that ball gets away, you're hustling down there. And that's just a lack of focus. Maybe after a senior trip, that's not into the game or not thinking about it.
Coming off the break. But if this game certainly means more for Paulsboro, they're happy to have this man on the hill. Mike Dombrowski, 3-0, ERA of 1.29 coming into this game, 1.29. And this is something where we got a chance to see Clayton and Woodstown last week, where we thought coming in and then played out through the game that it would really be an offensive battle, and that's the way it turned out. Certainly come to the field today expecting to see a pitcher's duel.
Right, and that's what makes, that's where you look at somebody making a mistake that may be the difference in the game, because you only get a couple chances to score. Paulsboro not able to take advantage of it in the first inning. You know, Chris Stannis is a guy, he strikes out about 9 per game. Here's a guy who's got real good stuff. You're facing Dombrowski, who we've already seen his line. I mean, he's not too shabby at all. Rowan's looking at him. West Virginia Wesleyan's looking at him as well. These are no slouches on the mound here today. Should be a fun one. And I was pumped to come in here and do this game, because this is really, the playoffs are fun, and I enjoy watching the playoffs and being a part of that. You know, working for the Gloucester County Times and also working for Comcast. But I love cutoff week. It's so cool to see these teams. You'll see so many upsets this week, both in baseball and softball, for teams that are just trying to get into the playoffs.
Up for the Bulldogs, there you see John Madigan, followed by George Donnelly and Mike Walters.
Madigan's done a nice job this year. Leadoff hitter, 18 hits, leads the team. Hitting .500. That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do, get on base. He's also got a couple of RBIs, but the one stat that impresses me about this kid is out of his 18 hits, 9 of them are for doubles, Jay. This kid really finds the gaps, and he uses his speed exceptionally well. Nice looking young player.
It's a great stat to have here on the Glassboro coaching staff.
That's not a good start from Dombrowski. Once you get this guy with his wheels on the base pads, he'll make you pay. Out of his 18 hits, his 4 walks, he has 16 runs and 40 at-bats. Glassboro does a nice job of using him and his speed and finding ways for him to get around. And here's Donnelly. What a surprise he's been. You look at this kid. I mean, he doesn't look like an imposing figure at all up at the plate. I mean, he's got to be $120, $130. I mean, he's not a physically imposing guy, but he has done a terrific job this year, Jay.
Hitting .486 like he's on the stat line. Dombrowski makes a move over to first base, keeping an eye on Madigan.
Leads the team in average right for .486, on base percentage of .500. Second on the team in hits with 17. Yeah, we were joking around at the beginning of the game with the coaching staff, and Mark Bridges said, you know, we brought this kid up to play defensive last year, and we didn't let him hit. And after seeing him this year, thinks they made a mistake. You know, they made a mistake because he's been lights out since he's come up.
Definitely proved his worth. They go back to first base again, and then they got him. Hump's initial call was called him out, but then you see the
the ball was dropped after. Kind of left his glove after the tag. If this temperature can just rise just a little bit, our replay deck would be working. We'd be able to find out what's going on. Of course, I'm joking. Our replay deck just isn't working today. But that play was close. I think maybe he might have been safe there.
That ball, depending on when that ball had popped out. Plus, he'd gotten back pretty quick.
Now you see here the difference. George Donnelly's going to burn out of the batter's box there, and you got to make the throw over. We've seen that so far 3 times. All 3 of the strikeouts, Jay, have resulted in somebody. Actually, 2 strikeouts have resulted in somebody going over to first, having to go to first base for both teams. I just don't like that call.
Sometimes it depends a lot. It's just so much out of the pitcher's control. It depends on condition of the ground. Sometimes if you come off some inclement weather and the ground's real hard, the ball's going to bounce around a lot more. We're seeing some of that today. Mm-hmm. It's just so many things that can happen that can come into play where it just becomes very difficult for the catcher, especially for the pitcher, as you mentioned. It's
got to be frustrating. And you're right. That just goes to show you how valuable a good catcher is. If you got a catcher that's a wall back there, and we've seen a couple of good ones in Tri-County Conference, Colonial Conference, and that would be certainly terrific for any team to have somebody like a Justin Williams from West Deptford, graduated last year.
certainly the young man we saw last week in Clayton.
Hey, John Verrecchio, that's a good point. And we saw a real good one last week with Verrecchio. You get a guy who's a senior who's been back there for a couple of years. He's able to handle that pitch a little bit more than a young kid coming up. And it takes a lot of work to become a really good catcher.
Certainly. Shown on the way to Walter.
Good
Cold
pitch
strike.
there. Picking Madigan off at first base, that was huge because you get a guy who's scored 16 runs this year, which definitely leads his team. And you get him out and you're able to pick him off. I mean, that just changes the inning so dramatically.
Walter sends that solid in towards left field. Playing it off one hop is Sargent. Quickly get it in, but a base hit for Mike Walters.
That's a good shot by Walters. Reaches up for a high fastball. Able to turn around on a little bit. Give his cleanup batter a shot to try and pull one.
It's the third baseman, Josh Dobler.
Just 17 RBIs this season, leads the team.
Still no score here in the bottom of the first inning. Glassboro with 2 outs and a man on first base.
Called by the umpire, ball just a little bit high. Dombrowski wanted it though.
Yes, he did.
That time, Dobler couldn't really started the swing, but didn't seem too confident, and then kind of slowed his swing up. It was a good pitch. Maybe got tricked a little bit by the movement.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it looked like he got a little tricked on it.
Another move to first base, but Walters gets back in time.
We've already seen it. Dombrowski's got a terrific move over there, and what he does, he gives a little hesitation and look up to the plate before he throws over to first, and I think that's a little deceiving for the runners. And we saw Madigan get picked off.
Delivers home. Ball sent out towards left field, but Sargent makes the play. So no runs a hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to move to the top of the second inning. Still no score between Glassboro and Paulsboro. Getting ready to start the second inning here at Glassboro High School. Still no score between the Red Raiders and the Bulldogs. Alex Silvestro, Jeff Sargent, John Drummond, top of the order coming up for Paulsboro. First ball sent out to right field. Pulled in there by Kevin Beebe for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Silvestro, he's got good pop in his back. You see right there, he just reached out for that one. Sent it out into right field, but this kid, once he gets those big long arms extended a little bit, he's got great pop. Jeff Sargent, see his line, a couple of RBIs this year.
Ball hit solid. High fly ball again out towards right field. Beebe makes the play again.
BB, a player for the football team during the fall. Getting a little action in right field. So you're going to keep your right fielder awake a little bit. It's easy to fall asleep out in right field.
Always was for me.
Me too. That's where the players that aren't real good defensive players, you stick them out in right field. That tells you a little bit about our careers, Jay.
Yeah, our defense and mine also, I think, had something to do with my attention deficit disorder. Easily distracted. They had us in the ball out there. Stas delivers home. It's away from Strain, pardon me.
John Diamond at the plate now. What a great baseball name, Jay, huh? That's a good pitch. Really pulled something off of that a little bit.
Stannis had pitched with the same momentum in that first inning. It's just he got tripped up on the runner, got into base after the strikeout.
That's a good pitch, though. Something he's going to waste on the outside corner. Try to get Diamond to chase it a little bit. Doesn't get into the dirt like we were talking about earlier with that strikeout rule.
Stannis delivers home.
That's a good fastball.
So
Nice inning.
Diamond strikes out. And really, if you're Glassboro, one thing you really got to enjoy about that inning is if you're talking in terms of the pitch count.
Right.
He was in a position where his pitch count looked real good through the first 2 batters, or even the first 3 batters of that first inning.
Exactly right.
But then a runner got on, another guy gets a base hit, ends up walking another guy, and the pitch count gets a little bit higher than where they wanted it to be. So he quick comes out, he gets the first player to swing at the first hitter, Silvestro, to swing at the first pitch and pop out to right field. He gets Sargent within a couple pitches and had to work a little bit to Diamond, but comes out with the strikeout. So certainly try to even out that pitch count after it had gotten away from a little bit in the first inning.
Well, he averages 17.9 pitches per inning, which he was out to about 18. But you're right, that first inning he did give a little bit extra on his pitch count because he got in a little bit of trouble, and was able to come back with a real strong inning there. And you're right, that's something that a coach like Mark Bridges is going to look at and say, wow, it's a good inning just to get out, a couple of pitches. So we got a little action going everywhere, Jay. A little softball action, a little tennis going on.
We talked about it earlier, you got good weather for it.
That's why I love the spring. There's all kinds of things happening. You got a couple kids playing some tennis over there. Can't see Jen Janawi over there? She'd be able to beat every one of them. I guarantee it. Jen Janawi's a terrific tennis player here at Glassboro, senior. Saying she's unbelievable. Probably one of the best female tennis players we've had around here in a good long time.
What are the prospects for a high school tennis player going into college? Are there a lot of colleges in the area?
Yeah, believe it or not. I mean, there's
still the tennis team.
Sure, there's a lot of good colleges. She's going to go to Carolina to play tennis down there. But you see a lot of kids. I know Matt Coyne is out. I think he's out west somewhere. Is Matt Coyne a Gateway, former Gateway stud under Jim Forrest? Congratulations to him. We usually don't talk a whole lot of tennis or anything like that, but it's good to once in a while mention somebody in our area who's done real well. And Jim Forrest is a guy who's coached Gateway tennis for a number of years, enough to where he has 600 wins. And he's really a guy who's tremendously involved with the community in tennis. He does a lot of good for that sport.
Not a bad deal to go to North Carolina. Play and tennis is, it's like all the other sports. You really got to train and work out year round. But there must be a good feeling to be a senior in high school. Now you're going down to Carolina, nice weather, play some tennis for your 4 years. This is Chris Stannis, of course, the Glassboro pitcher, facing off against Dombrowski. Ball sent outside for ball.
Stannis has 3 home runs on the year for Glassboro. 15 RBIs. He's a guy, it's feast or famine. He does have 10 strikeouts on the year, so out of his 30 at-bats, he may hit the long ball once in a while, and he will strike out.
We talked a little bit earlier about the appearance of players, and particularly for the position he plays, he is physically imposing.
Hey, still pretty good, got a good frame. Looks like he works out a little bit. On the other side, Dombrowski, he's like a little short left-hander, not much to him. But he's got a good live fastball. He hits his location well. Kind of like a Randy Wolf out there. Left-hander who hits the spots deceptively fast.
That was close, but
Diamond trying to frame it there. Doesn't get the call.
So Stannis is on with a walk. Bulldogs again get their leadoff runner aboard. See if they can keep him on base this time, as they're going to bring in a sub runner for the pitcher. It's going to be number 24, Kevin Cunningham.
Dombrowski, he will walk a couple batters during the game. He's got 11 walks and 21 innings pitched averages 21 strikeouts. So, 2-to-1 ratio, strike to walk ratio. That's not exactly where you want to be if you want, if you're a pitcher.
Dombrowski keeping the Bulldog runners honest. Sends that one in for a strike.
That's a good pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Hey, right back in him now, Kev. What is that, Kev?
Doesn't want.
Base hit, let's go, Kev. Let's get a base hit.
Doesn't want BB to get those arms extended. BB, another guy who's, he's a little bit stronger than most of his teammates.
He thought that last one dropped low. He just kind of expecting to hear
Kev, let's go. Here we go. Base hit.
Paul Riegel call out a ball, but pulled out a face taken back. Now they got Cunningham caught in a rundown. Ball sent down to second base, and he's out. So again, runners get on, but they don't get far with Dombrowski on the hill.
Yeah, and obviously he has a good. Here's our tape. It's just warmed up enough.
He's tired of you talking about it.
They send the runner there, and I don't know if that was a straight steal, and Dombrowski just caught him leaning. But so far, picking off 2 batters, that's huge.
Ball sent down to third base. Silvestro throw to first base in time for second out of the inning.
I really like Silvestro at third base. Big kid. This kid's, he's just a freshman, Jay. He's just going to get stronger, bigger, more athletic. Three-sport guy who's just an outstanding wrestler. A district region wrestler, district champion.
Here she's strained, 321 on the season, 5 RBIs and a home run.
He's from Paulsboro. I guess they're all district champions, right?
Ball sent in and popped away foul.
That's 2 big plays by Dombrowski, picking off guys. You get them base runners on, especially early in the, both leadoff guys you're able to pick off. That's huge for a pitcher to help himself out there.
And conversely, it's got to be frustrating for the Glassboro bench.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, that's something where you know that nice effort there at second base by Billy. That's just one of them things, man. You got to be biting your lip. You're like, oh God, I can't believe it. They just picked off another guy. It's not like Dombrowski's, giving up a lot of runs this year. He's got a 1-point-something ERA. He's picking your base runners off.
Now Dave Gwaltney's going to run for the catcher. Now because he's got 2 guys picked off, does that maybe calm down your aggressiveness a little bit on the base?
Absolutely.
It has to.
It has to.
Let it go, Herb.
You got to look at it 2 ways. I mean, if you're a coach, you think, well, maybe we just run him because he's not expecting it now.
And still 0-0 game. Sends that ball out the right field. They're going to drop fair. Gwaltney rounding second, heading into third base. Ball cut off by the shortstops. Now, Glassboro with runners at the corners for the designated hitter, Nick Fiola.
AC does a nice job of cutting that ball off, and he's got a good, strong arm out in right field. But he hustled down toward that line to make sure the runner wasn't going to be able to turn and go for home. Got that ball quickly into the infield. Now, Glassboro, how important was picking off that leadoff batter?
Really just saved them a run. So Fiola's got an opportunity here to bring the first run of the game in. We got no score here in the bottom of the second inning. Runners at the corners for Glassboro.
Fiola batting .267. He's got 4 hits on the year, Jay. He does have 4 RBIs.
Dombrowski just missed with that last one.
Base hit, Nick. Stay hot, Nick.
Delivered from Dombrowski.
Oh, nice pitch. Nice pitch that time. He drops that one in. That started off off the edge of the plate and worked itself back in.
Hey, short now, just poking and play. What do you say now? Keep your eye on the whole time. Hey, here we go.
Curious to see what the base runners do. They've been hanging.
I'll tell you what, Dombrowski, I don't care what anybody says, he does have good work and good moves to first base. That time, they're hollering back because he gives a double look over to first base while he's throwing it in there and is still able to get it over for a strike. And that's what 4 years will do for you. Pitching at the varsity level is fine-tuning your game, finding those little points that make you from an average pitcher into a good pitcher.
Pops that one up, first baseman. Paulsboro calling everyone off and struggles a little bit but makes the catch. So Glassboro threatens a little bit, but they don't get any runs. They get 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We're heading to the 3rd inning. No score between Glassboro and Paulsboro. Welcome back, Glassboro High School. Bulldogs and Red Raiders still no scores. We get started here in the 3rd inning. Jason Helder and Shawn Leary here for Comcast. Red Raiders come back with the top of the order. Here's Paul Giordano, as you see on the screen, 0 for 1. You just kind of keep waiting for one of these teams to break out. You talked about it earlier, Shawn. Mistakes really will, certainly when we probably look back at the end of the game, be the key to winning or losing when you got 2 guys on the hill that are pitching so well here in the early going.
Well, we've already seen a couple of mistakes, and that's just base running mistakes by Glassboro. They get a couple leadoff batters on, and Dombrowski just erases them by picking them off the bases. I mean, that's something that you look at. You never know what the situation would be in baseball. If it's different, if you throw a different pitch, but all things considering, they would have been able to get a run. You get a guy picked off, they get a couple of hits. They certainly could have scored last inning if they hadn't been picked off. If the courtesy runner had not been picked off.
Pitch from Stannis is outside, got away from him. So they got a full count to Giordano. Paulsboro, in the first 2 bats, were not able to put their leadoff runner on. Giordano sends this out to right field. BB going back. And makes the catch for first out of the inning.
Seeing a lot of balls going out to BB. What's going on? He's throwing a lot of high pitches on the outside part of the plate. He's got good movement on his fastball, and they're just getting around a little too late and serving it into right field. You've seen BB have 3 putouts here in 2 1/3 innings of play.
Dombrowski. Up to the plate now, trying to help himself. He's done a lot defensively beside pitching, picking off a couple batters and keeping Bulldog base runners off the path and certainly away from scoring. Now trying to get on here for Paulsboro and get a rally going. Puts on the way, sends a ground ball to shortstop. Play by Donnelly made, throw over to first base and in time for the 2nd out of the inning. Gonna bring Byron Billig to the plate. He's the runner we had kept talking about through the 1st and 2nd inning. The guy had struck out and the pitch got away from the catcher and ended up going all the way around the 3rd base after a base hit and then a walk. He's got an opportunity here to get something going for Paulsboro.
Brian's a good athlete. Big, strong kid. Got a little pop in his bat. The Paulsboro started off the year, boy, they struggled. A couple of losses. Were outscored 33-2. losses to West Deptford and Sterling. Came back with a couple of wins against Bridgeton and Woodbury. Also beat Collingswood.
There it is, good job.
That upped their confidence level a little bit. Lost to Haddon Township, a team that Glassboro did beat 5-4, Jay, last week. And they lost to Gateway, Haddon Heights. Come back with 2 wins against Pennsauken and Bordentown in the Delaney Classic. They really knocked the ball around that weekend. 25 runs in those 2 games.
Bill gets a hard out to left field for a base hit. And it's because Stannis is throwing so hard, and particularly the fastballs he's hitting the corners with. When there is contact made, it's flying out to the outfield.
Flying out the outfield. AC, who's up now, the cleanup out. He had a pretty hard hit back through the infield over at second base. That's one of them where the second baseman hardly moves. It goes by him so fast.
AC's 1 for 1, singled in his first at bat. In the first inning, move made over to first base.
I seen Matt Anuko here earlier on. He had to leave. He's done a nice job. This kid who pitched here a couple of years ago, Glassboro had a couple of good years with Anuko on the mound, a really nice baseball player that went on to Rowan University, now playing with the Profs. Rowan's really taking a look at a lot of the local talent now. Irv McFarland, Washington Township product. The stud is playing over there. Michael Rucci. Also over there, Brian Sacanti, Gloucester Catholic, another Gloucester Catholic product. Mananuco, of course, I just talked about.
And Rowan's been scouting the Gloucester Catholic players for a while. They had, when Coach Cole came on board, he had John Yorkos, a former Gloucester Catholic player, as his full-time assistant coach, who ended up going down to Duke to coach. And then he was replaced by Mike Dixon, another Gloucester Catholic football player. So they certainly are able to, with some close connections, keep their eyes on the Gloucester Catholic and the Brooklyn players. Now, runner still second, throw down by Strain, 9 time.
Well, Billig makes up for it a little bit. He hustles down to second base that time. Good steal by the young player. Good wheels, gets off first pretty well and sets his AC up now in scoring position. That's what you want to look for your players to get yourself in scoring position. Now a single, you could possibly, with good speed, good base running, get yourself a run. And all that time, Stannis is just trying to do there is turn around throw and just keep the runner close to second base. In the event that there is a single back through the infield, you don't want him to get a real good lead, give him that extra step or two to get home on a single. That's a good idea by Stannis. That's just a veteran play where you just turn around, flick it over there. Just let him know that you know that he's there. Just trying to keep him honest a little bit.
Then pitch home foul, back to the screen.
Plus, I don't know if you could really see. Can't really see there, but it's pretty muddy over there. It's got a pretty good amount of rain yesterday, where it was a steady shower pretty much all day, and it gets a little muddy around second base. You don't know, maybe a guy slips, gets stuck in the mud a little bit, and you're able to pick him off.
Good breaking pitch there. Really forced AC to reach for it, but he's able to hang in the count.
Now, I don't know how soft that ground is over there, but that also can be, something. If you're able to keep him close to that bag, get him closer to the mud, you're also not going to be able to get good traction to get a good jump off the bat.
There's 2 outs, he'll be running on contact.
That's a good pitch there. He rings him up. Good pitch, curveball that just sat right over the middle of the plate. Broke right in for called third strike. Nice job by Stannis working out of a little bit of trouble.
I believe that's his 4th strikeout of the game. And he's done a good job. He hasn't faced bases loaded in the first inning. Second inning sat the Red Raiders down 1-2-3, didn't face any base runners. And there has a guy get on and then move to second base, but
it's a new football stadium, Jay. They had done some work on the track over there at Glassboro. Look at that. You might see some Friday night games over there. They got some lights over there now, so you're going to see a couple of Friday night games at Glassboro High School. Which, look at that, huh? That gets me fired. I love football, but I can wait for it. I want a nice long summer.
I was going to say 2 minutes ago, we were talking about cut week and great season for sports. Don't jump ahead to football too quick.
I mean, I'm a huge fan, but I'm cool with just there's some baseball action.
Yeah,
chill out during the summertime, hang out with the kids at the pool, relax a little bit, enjoy the weather. Today's a gorgeous day.
Yeah, it really turned out to be nice. The weather forecasted, they call for showers off and on during the week. They ain't been right too much lately. Sunday was nice, not supposed to be. Yesterday you mentioned some of the rain on Monday earlier. A little soft around second base. Other than that, field looks great. Did a good job getting ready for this afternoon's game.
That's a job I don't know if I'd want to have. Meteorologist?
No.
People hate meteorologists.
Yeah, but there's also no accountability.
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
a
if you're
guessing
wrong,
game.
Yeah, but if you're wrong, so what happens when they're wrong? Nothing.
It's not like your team ever, always throws shutouts. Goose eggs. Every once in a while, you guys are going to have a good game.
Madigan sends it out to left field. Sergeant charging in, gets the out. See, I think it's a great gig to get. There's no accountability. Those guys are wrong about 75% of the time. They just, it's going to rain today. All right. Who am I going to tell them?
Everybody hates, except for Cecily Tynan on Channel 6. Everybody hates the meteorologist. Hurricane Schwartz. How many fans do you think he has? Poor guy.
How many kids has he
He's
got?
just trying to prognosticate the game, or the games, the weather. He's trying to figure out how the clouds going to roll in, how fast are they going.
See, I think it's a great
Picking up some moisture.
I couldn't care less if people like me or not. If I had an easy job that I was going to make that kind of scratch, I'd do it. You're never wrong.
Yeah, how about the local girl that started off right here on Channel 5, Karen Rogers. Did some work with our executive producer, Stan Ritter. Is doing some weather. So,
Here we are, let's go, Mike.
Number one station in town over at Channel 6.
now I'm a fan of hers. I'm a fan of hers. We had the same starting point. Although she was good enough to get out and further her career, and I could be a lifer. Here at Channel 5, which isn't a bad thing. I love the people of Gloucester County. I love the kids of Gloucester County. I'm a huge fan of Gloucester County, and I love doing all this work. I'm serious. I love doing this work. This is fun. You meet a lot of nice people.
Here we are, let's go, Mike. Hey, get your picture.
These pitchers really have settled in now.
Bad news for the batters.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, this game is, what I talked about earlier, it's going to come down to somebody making a timely hit, somebody making a mistake, because these two pitchers are not going to give up a lot of runs. They're going to scratch out a couple of runs.
Maybe it'll go for a while. Maybe it'll go in the... Actually, we brought extra tape, so we're ready.
Don't say that.
Ground ball back to the pitcher.
Don't say that. Last time I think we were here, it was like a 13-14 inning game. So we don't want to jinx it.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. No score. Paulsboro and Glassboro. No score between the Bulldogs and the Red Raiders here at Glassboro High School. Shawn, Leary, and Jason Helder here for Comcast Channel 5. Just about what we expected as we get started here in the fourth inning. It's been a pitcher's duel throughout this game. There you see Petrutz sends the ball over to second base. Play made in time for the first out.
Petrutz, name sounds familiar. Plays a little football as well.
Really, both teams just, you talk about when you're in a 0-0 game, the possibility of manufacturing runs, but if nobody's on base, it doesn't really matter. Both teams like to see somebody get on, and then maybe you'll see a bunt or hit and run or something to try to advance some runners, but with no one at first, it's a moot point.
This is where we got a pitcher's duel here with Dombrowski and Stannis. But it also could turn into a game where it's Bridges versus Jones, where coaching can really come into play. Somebody makes a decision to hit and run or a bunt, a squeeze, something that you might be able to somehow get a win for your team.
Pitcher Stannis doesn't break. Left high for ball. 2-1 the count to George Johnson. Paulsboro center field looking to get on base. Dribbles one. Stannis is going to field the throw over to first base 9 times. So there you see the Red Raiders get a base runner on here in the 4th.
Johnson does a nice job. Gets out of the box, quickly. And that's as good as if you line one back through the box. Johnson also, every once in a while, will step on the mound. A very versatile player for this team. He's got 9 hits and 26 at bats. Came into the game batting .346. He does have 5 stolen bases, so this is a guy who Stannis throws over there on cue. This is a guy who really he needs to watch, because he'll take off against Stannis and Strain.
Figure Paulsboro's going to do what they can to try to get him in scoring position.
They've already shown that with Billig, number 3 hitter, that they will try and run against Strain.
Johnson opens up pretty good lead. Ball stays in front of Strain, hitting the dirt.
Stannis has to be careful because he's really paying attention to Johnson over at first base. He doesn't want to lose control of the batter, Sylvester. This guy's got great, Sylvester's got great pop in his bat. He could definitely turn on one.
Move over to first base. Good sweeping tag by Longley. Johnson's in there and safe. Put that was good location on that, where he put that pickoff move. He put it right where he would want to tag. He's trying to get the glove between the hand and the base. Delivers home. Threw that one pretty hard for concentrating on the runner at first for so long.
I noticed that. After his first one, he delivers quick. He has a decent pickoff move, but what he does well is he delivers quick out of that stretch.
The one thing that, with the dimensions of this field, if a ball does get by first baseman, Johnson's going to have second with no problem. So, puts a little bit of added pressure down on Longley to keep that ball in front of him. Breaking pitch outside for a ball.
Just a little outside. Try to throw him a curve. Do him 2 fastballs to start.
Come on, Chris. You go that ball. Here we go, kid.
Pass goes home, runner goes. Throw down to second base. Home double checking to make sure he got the ball. He does, and he's out. Great throw by Strain to get the runner. He put that in real perfect position.
Nice job by Perez also. There you see him going on the pitch. Nice job by Strain. A good hard throw. You see Johnson, nice collision at second base. And he's just trying to get to the bag. Johnson is. No intention there and trying to take out Perez. Hey, what the defense is so far has been terrific for both teams.
Yeah.
You're not only talking about the pickoff move, basically is a defensive play. Throwing a runner out at second base, basically a defensive play. And
We've seen a lot of base runners so far today erased because of good moves. Of course, it helps when you have Stannis on the mound with that curve dropping as far as it is off into the strike zone and out of the strike zone. And Dombrowski's doing a terrific job of hitting his locations as well.
I'll tell you, this is the first time I got to see Stannis pitch, and what I really like about him is the way he comes out of a moment. If he's concentrating on a runner or he's got a guy on base, he focuses on him a little bit, but as soon as that guy's taken care of or advances to base and he starts to focus back on the batter, he ends it quick. And there you see at that time is he got right back to Silvestro once he had really been concentrating on Johnson at first base, but he was always managed to not allow Silvestro to kind of get the better of him and kind of groove one in there that was, could be sent into the outfield or knock a run in. He always keeps a good focus on the batter.
And that's why these two pitchers will go on and play college somewhere. They both have good baseball sense, and you can tell they've worked on their game. A couple people on the top of a couple Glassboro students up on the top of the hill watching the games. Just a great day here at Glassboro High School. Couple of kids there hanging out. I don't know what that jersey, 36.
That's Westbrook.
Alaska is for players. All right.
How'd she get your shirt?
Alaska is for people who are nuts. Gold up in Alaska. Alaska, I heard, is a pretty cool place to check out in the summertime now. I heard it's real pretty up there. Got a lot of
good cruises,
mountains and good views.
Heard they run some good cruises through there.
Yeah, Alaska cruises.
I don't get a lot of time to go places. Probably not towards the top.
I don't go on many
There's other
vacations
nice
anyway.
places.
Alaska's probably not the place I'm going.
Dobler, Stannis, and Beebe up for the Bulldogs this inning. Dobler sends one out to left center field. Johnson chasing it down. Can't come up with it. Dobler's into second base with a stand-up double to start this inning.
Nice job that time. He just reaches out, directs that into the center field, left center gap. Johnson not able to come up with it. Gets back to the fence, and now it's going to be an interesting spot here with Stannis coming up. And you got some of your better hitters, including Stannis, who's had put up some really good numbers, but he has struck out 10 times this year. So do you bunt Stannis here and try to get the runner in scoring position with Beebe coming up? This is an interesting call by Bridges and what he's going to do.
Takes the first one, drops in for a strike.
Chris came into this game batting .433. So I really don't blame Bridges here for not. Had to be just outside for a ball. I don't blame him here for just hitting him, not trying to bunt the runner over. This is one of your better hitters. You want him to try and swing away and maybe get an extra base hit. Got in on his fist a little bit. Now Dombrowski's got him where he wants him. You got a 1-2 count, runner at second base. You're really looking for a strikeout here.
Now, if you're Dombrowski, do you keep the ball on the inside part of the plate so that he can't slap something down the first base line or something along that side?
Yeah, that's
that
what you expect him. You expect him to try and keep something inside. Don't try and groove one over the plate though.
Just stick the bat out now, nice and short.
Dombrowski's had pretty good command with his location so far. Delivers home, just misses with a ball.
That's a good pitch. Yeah, just off the plate a little bit, try and get him to chase. Now, if you're Stannis up at the plate, you're going to want to try and protect here. You're not looking to try and get the extra base hit, the double, try and drive the ball. You're just trying to move that runner over. And that was a perfect pitch for him to do that. He swung a little too early on that pitch. It was a breaking pitch. And that was a pitch on the outside part of the plate where you swing a little bit late, Jay. You're able to move that runner at least by hitting a ground ball.
Dobler at second base. No outs. Stannis facing 2 strikes.
Get something going, Chris.
No score here in the game.
Just poke it right back at him. Get it going, Chris. Big inning, Chris. Help yourself out.
Krowski had checked the runner at second, then comes home. Now with a full count to Stannis.
Same way now, don't let him in.
This is a pivotal part in this game right here. You got a runner at second, 3-2.
Here we go, Chris. Help yourself out, Chris.
Just gets a piece of it. Nice job by Dombrowski there. Coming in with a fastball. Good location on that. I'm not too sure if Stannis was thinking maybe he's going to try and throw me a breaking pitch. You do have first base open. One of Glassboro's better hitters.
Did look to be a little bit behind on that last swing.
Chris, here we go. Come on, Chris.
Calls time, steps out of the box.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dombrowski throws something up, maybe a curve or something up there that you try and get Stannis to chase. Otherwise, at least you get first and second.
Ropes that one.
I wouldn't pitch in that one again.
Solid line drive.
He did take something off of that pitch. Stannis got him out in front of it, but he put it over.
Hey, short here.
Put it over the plate where Stannis could extend his arms, and this guy's got, as I said earlier, a lot of pop.
Second time this bat where he's been tripped up a little bit by the speed of the pitch and been out in front of the ball. He gets him again. Dombrowski in a rundown. He's got Dobler.
Unbelievable. There's been 3 base runners now picked off for Glassboro. This time you can see Mark Bridges over at third base, the third base coach. He's really, really upset right now. Just erased the runner. You see the runner going here. I'm not sure what the call was there. I don't know if Dobler just went on his own, missed the sign, whatever, but you have a leadoff guy at second base. That's smart.
Dombrowski's been an absolute predator on the hill against the Bulldogs today. Stannis walks after a good at bat. Really had worked some pitches out of Dombrowski.
Kev, let's go, Kev. Here we are, Kev.
Again, a runner will come in for him.
Unbelievable.
It's not often you see pickoffs in a game. We've seen 3 of them. And each time at a key moment when they got an opportunity to move a runner or get a running.
Yeah, all lead off guys that get on base. And Dombrowski's
Kev, wait on that, Kev.
just took them completely out of the game with picking them off. This time probably bigger than the others. A leadoff double.
Here we are, Kev. Let's go, Kev.
Stannis up at the plate in a 3-2 count.
Goes to first base. Now, the runner that's in for Stannis is Cunningham, who, when Stannis walked in his first plate appearance, Cunningham came in and was one of the victims of the pickoff from Dombrowski.
That time he's moving back toward first base when Dombrowski's delivering the pitch. So he is definitely in the heads of the Glassboro runners, and so he should be.
Kev, let's go. Base hit, Kev.
Between that and the coach's reaction to the last pickoff,
Yeah.
he's not leaning the other way.
Yeah, when the coach takes his hat off, puts his hands on his hips, and just stares at you.
Let's go, Kev.
Even asleep in right field, I knew that was bad.
That's when you should probably, the bench isn't long enough and doesn't extend to the tracks out here at Glassboro High. But
Until he catches it this time.
I would sit somewhere around our cameraman out in right field. Hey, coach, I'll go in. I'm here. Down here. Bridges is.
Let's go, Kev. Here we go, 9.
He's got to be so upset right now.
Give him a couple bases, Kev.
As I said, this is not, just the ordinary non-league game between Glassboro and Paulsboro. This is for huge playoff implications for both teams.
Beebe chased one high, but then manages to bat it in the right field. Cunningham slows up at second base, stays there. His ball tossed into the infield. But a base hit for Beebe, and it was a pitch up right around the shoulders that he just almost strength battled in the right field.
Yeah, you're right. We saw him. We said that this is a strong kid, football guy. You're right. He just battled that pitch into right field. That's just going with where the pitch is. That time it's up away a little bit. Definitely up. He just directs it into right field.
Josh Strain, infield single in his first at bat.
Good stop.
Pitch in the third.
Nice stop that time by Diamond. He makes sure he gets his glove on the ball. You don't want second and third with one out here in this situation. And Diamond makes sure that he's able to snag that behind the plate before it turns into a wild pitch.
Ball sent out towards shallow right center field. Catch made by AC. The runners hold their base.
AC got a good jump off the ball. Johnson was kind of deep in center field. And he came charging for it, but AC came over and right. Good communication by those two guys. Usually you hear what an announcer will say, there's no communication out there. And you hear that usually when some guys will let a ball go between them. That time you could tell it's good communication out in right field by AC Hahn. He had it. Johnson gave way, and AC comes up with the play.
Here you go, Ed. Back!
Get back. Two outs and runners at first and second here for Glassboro. There you see on the screen, Longley single in his first at bat.
Good! Get off!
Dombrowski comes home. Cunningham on second, Beebe on first for Glassboro. Two outs here in the home half of the fourth.
Let's go, Ed. All right, Ed, here you go, Ed. Come on now, Ed.
Get off there. Get off. Get off. Run it out.
Ball knocked foul.
I was talking about Rowan early on. I didn't mention Josh Schwartz, who's been amazing over there, a Gateway product, who's a pitcher. It was just been unbelievable for the props.
Here you go now, kid.
A lot of good stuff going on in the county. I know the Gloucester County College baseball program's doing well this year.
Longley misses high. So Glassboro threatens, get the leadoff runner on, but Dombrowski does his best to keep them at bay. No runs. Hit. No, there's two guys left on base. No score between Glassboro and Paulsboro. Paulsboro hitters trying to get something going here against Stannis. They're trying to be the first team to crack the scoreboard here. Jeff Sargent to lead things off for Paulsboro. There you see on the screen 0 for 1. Takes that pitch high and inside.
This is where the batters have to be patient, both for Glassboro and for Paulsboro. You might see a few more balls in these at-bats.
Fielded there by Donnelly. Another clean plays. Made a lot of clean plays over there this afternoon.
What happens in a game with 0-0 is the pitchers get kind of tight a little bit. They know they have command, but they know they're in a 0-0 game and they'll afford to make any mistakes on the mound. So what they end up doing sometimes is making the mistakes and hurting themselves, trying to be too careful. And there you'll see a couple of walks. All of a sudden you get yourself into a little bit of trouble that way. Now obviously in this game, we're lucky enough to see two really good veteran pitchers on the mound with Stannis and Dombrowski.
Hey, Paul, go right at it, Chris. Let's go. Let him put it in play.
Now I don't know if you hear that behind us, but Bridge is saying that same thing. You make him put it in play. Pitch it over the plate and let your defense, who's done a terrific job here today, continue to do their part.
And that can be said for both teams. We've really seen a great game defensively out of both teams. Pitcher doing a great job. Dombrowski on the other side, keeping runners off base. That's why we sit here 0-0.
Nice pitch there. I love the call by our home plate umpire. Got a little delay in his strike call. He calls a strike, but then he's got that little smooth, turn and gives a little point. We're gonna have a new runner come in for the catcher. Diamond's gonna come out. Jay, they're gonna get the speedy. One of their speedy runners out on them. Got a roster, but no numbers, right? We'll get the name of them.
Santa sends it over to first base. Plenty of time for pinch runner to get back.
Hey, don't rush yourself here. Let's go, 12. Come on, Chris.
Strain does a nice job that time, just keeping the ball in front of him. Doesn't allow the base runner to get a good jump off of first base and get into scoring position.
Behind you! Feet!
Strain had momentarily lost sight of the ball, but recovers in time. Went out here in the top of the 5th inning.
There it is.
His status just, he can't get too cute now. We fell behind with a couple of batters in the top, in the top of this inning.
Nice shot.
That's a good pitch. See a little move. I like that umpire's move. It says strike, and then he's got the little point into it.
The showman.
Yeah, I like guys who got a little game behind the plate. Good calls.
Strikes Maverick, second out of the inning. And I'll bring up the Paulsboro pitcher, Mike Dombrowski.
One of my all-time favorite umps. Steve Solomon. That ball might be out of play.
George, your way twice.
Steve Solomon, the former Gloucester County College men's basketball, when he used to call a strike, you'd know it. The surrounding neighborhood would know it. And he would just bellow out a strike. It was always fun watching him do it.
Grew up in Little League with his son Ronald. Went a couple different Little League teams with Ronald. He always knew where Mr. Solomon was. Fair ball sent down the first base line. That's going to send the runner over to third base. And now he's going to round, but then hold up. So base hit by Dombrowski, trying to help himself out. Puts runners at the corners for Paulsboro.
He just yanks that down the line. Gets it to hug the line. We'll certainly take that now with Billy coming up, who got it served in the left center. About left center last time up with a nice single. Got a nice piece of the ball. And this is your number 3 hitter. Stannis again has to work himself out of a little bit of trouble.
So 2 outs. Runners at the corners for Paulsboro. Ball hit hard, sent out towards left field. The left fielder Madigan going back, and that ball is gone. 3-run home run by Brian Billig to give Paulsboro the lead here in the 5th inning.
We talked about this team a week ago, had 6 home runs in 2 games, and Billig just jumps on this one. Serves it over the fence, and that's a big hit in this game. Huge 3-run home run by Billig, and he certainly makes up for his lack of focus early in the game. Which didn't really cost Paulsboro anyway, because he was able to get on. So Billig powers his team into a 3-0 lead, Jay, and that's a big 3 runs right now, the way Dombrowski's pitching as well, and the way he's picking everybody off as well.
Really is interesting to see how much one swing can really drastically change a game. In the game we talked about earlier, the game we did last week between Clayton and Woodstown, 3 runs, you almost expected the other team to kind of come back and to get that back, but in this game, 3 runs is huge.
That's a huge 3 runs with Dombrowski and what he's been able to do this year, 3-0. A 1-point ERA.
Ball sent over to short. Donnelly with the play. Throw to first base in time. So Glassboro gets out of the inning, but not without Paulsboro doing damage. And then they got a runner on. Diamond was able to walk. Then Dombrowski came up with 2 outs and sent a single in the right field. Allowed the runner to advance to third, and then Billy come up. It didn't matter where the runners were, as long as they were on base. He sends a home run over the left field fence.
You can see Billy's strength on that one. It was something he had to kind of reach for a little bit. But he has such good pop and strength on this swing. Just airmailed it over the left field fence. Glassboro's got the work cut out for him. But again, we talked about the mistakes, and Glassboro's made the mistakes on the base pads. Now, they've had the opportunity to maybe get a couple of runs, but if you really just ran their way out of it. And you had a leadoff guy at second base. 3 leadoff guys have been erased by Dombrowski being picked off the base pads.
That's really an amazing stat. It's really, we keep talking about it, but it's just not something you see in high school ball or at any level. So Paulsboro's in a position now where just play good solid defense, and with the way their pitcher's been going.
Oh yeah,
Try to get to the next 3 innings.
You know, and especially now with a 3-run lead with Dombrowski, now we can kind of come back and pitch aggressively, go after hitters, challenge them. You know, and as I said, when Stannis was out there in a 0-0 game, you kind of get yourself, you kind of get cute a little bit. You don't want to make the mistake. You don't want to give up a lead. Now with the 3-run lead, Dombrowski could kind of just relax a little bit, go after hitters, challenge them.
Glassboro's got an opportunity to get back in it. They have Nick Fiola in the top of the order to the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch delivered outside for a ball. Dombrowski, pitcher from the windup, sends it home. Solid base hit sent out to left field. So Fiola leads off with a single, and the Glassboro gets their leadoff runner on.
Come on, Mag. Come on, kid.
That's a nice job by the 9-hole hitter. Trying to turn that lineup over. You get a runner on. You get some guys that have really put up some nice numbers so far this year, and Madigan with Donnelly to follow, and then the heart of the order coming up.
Need a base hit, John.
Goes without saying, Fiola's got to be careful out on second base. Now Madigan sends it out to center field, rounding second and heading towards third is Fiola. Safe at second with a stand-up double is the leadoff hitter, John Madigan.
Madigan likes
Here we go, George.
to hit doubles. He's a big fan of the double. That's his 10th of the year. You see why. He's got good speed, too.
Madigan's like, go.
Fiola,
Like that one time I was trying to put BB.
he was right on Fiola's heels. Yeah, he probably would have been able to stretch that maybe into a triple, but Fiola kind of slowed him up.
Come on, George, come on, kid. Oh, line drive right back in. George.
It's pitched by Dombrowski.
Donnelly's yet to
George, base hit.
reach base in this game.
Come on out, George.
High five.
Come on, George. See how kick.
Came into the game hitting 486
George.
Come on, five, come on, kid.
with an OBP of 500.
Ball 10 high and outside. Good idea by Donnelly. Sometimes you see in an inning when guys are getting hits and you got the momentum going, that sometimes you see the batter jump on something too quick. Showing good discipline up there. Sent that one out towards right field. Too shallow to bring the run home. And there's one away.
Yeah, AC was really shallow in right field. Nice job that time by Jones and the Paulsboro staff at just positioning him just right. Donnelly's a slap hitter, but he can find some gaps to bring the right fielder in a little bit and played him perfectly. So I thought at first glance, I thought maybe that just might get over in between right fielder and second baseman, but AC was playing so shallow, it was an easy play for him. There's a big at-bat. Walters with Dobler on deck. Dobler's the one that hit the double last inning. That was picked off.
Good eye, Mike. Get base hit now, Mike.
So Walters in a position where he can really get Glassboro back in this game. They trail 3-0 with runners at second and third base with one out. Here in the fifth inning. Dombrowski delivers home and fouls it to the screen.
Hey, gotta look away now. Fight him off in. Look away. Look away here now. Mike, here we go. Base hit. Come, Mike. Come, Mike. Gotta watch it closely. Yeah, Mike. Here we go. And I'm gonna go. Watch it the whole way.
Walters
Oh, Mike, you should have
steps out at the last second. Perhaps trying to just throw Dombrowski off a little bit.
Hey, look away here. Just poke it somewhere. Just poke it somewhere, 7. Here we go, Mike.
Runners with their leads off second and third. Bolson in at his feet.
7.
That's going to send him to first base.
Don't rub it.
Go. Base hit.
Mike.
Obviously, Dombrowski didn't want to do that. Loads the bases up now with Dobler coming up. Again, you have real good speed now at second, or at first and second with Walters, although he popped in the feet. But Madigan, a terrific base runner at second. Fiola, not so fast.
There's a base hit he won't have to be.
Now pick it a good pitch right here. What do you say, 34 line drive? Watch it the whole way.
Plenty of room in left field down the line.
They're really playing a shift. At least the left fielder is. Center fielder's pretty much straight away over second base.
Acey's kind of shallow and right as well.
Dobler sends it right to where you said, Shawn, right in the left field. No one there. Fiola scores. Coming in from second base is Madigan. He scores, and it's a 3-2 game as Walters slides into third base.
The chances are with Madigan's speed, he would have been home anyway. But what it does was that with that left fielder playing over in left center, not able to get over quick enough, and now you have runners at second and third as opposed to first and second. That runner was, or if that left fielder was playing over a little bit more, would have been able to get to it and hold the runners. And you saw, I don't know if you noticed, that ball slowed down considerably. The grass is a little thick here. That allowed the runners the ball to slow down a little bit and the runners to advance. So you had that combination, and now Glassboro in a big position with Stannis up at the plate. He came off the mound totally frustrated in the top half of this inning, giving up the 3-run ding-dong to Billick.
Now he's got a chance to help himself. Only down a run with runners at second and third. Chase is
Way
one
out
there.
in front.
Looks to be a little over anxious at the plate.
Well, you know what? That's where mind games come into this sport. You have a guy who just gave up a 3-run home run the inning before. He really wants to help himself out here in a big spot. Probably looking for a fastball that he can drive. And now you got him right where you want him.
His timing's a little bit off in the last couple swings, but he's hanging in there.
Hey, don't let him in 12.
Found that one away.
Play here.
Certainly here at this point, I try and throw something off speed. Get him to try and chase it.
That's what he does. Stannis strikes out for the second out of the inning. That brings Kevin Beebe to the plate. Singled in his last at bat.
Singled on a pitch that was up and away. Let's see how Dombrowski pitches him here.
Come on now, kid. Okay. There you go, BB. Come on now, BB.
Ball gets by Diamond. Walters went about halfway down the line, but then
Let's go, kid.
comes back to third.
Keep it going, Kev. We need those 2 runs, Kev.
It's about time that Dombrowski picks somebody off, right? It's been an inning.
It's all you.
Walters
Kev.
doesn't think so.
All you, Kevin. BB. Here we go. Hey, line drive. You're good.
Yeah, if he picked Walters off at third base, or I would probably call Guinness after this. Hey, I saw something where Ripley's, believe it or not, one of them.
Go, Kev. Let's go. Base hit, Kev. Base hit.
Besides, the coach might have it. He might just leave.
That's ooh. It does call it a strike.
2-1 count to Beebe.
Right at him.
Glassboro trailing by a run, with runners at second and third. Ball sent in third. So now hitters count for Kevin Beebe.
Come on now, kid. Come on now, BB. Talk it out here, guys.
Here we go, BB. It's got to come in, team, Kev.
Gotta be perfect, kid. Good eye, kid.
Good eye by Beebe. Loads the bases.
Stay hot, straight.
Obviously, the toughest inning that Dombrowski's had to face on the hill so far in this game. And there you see a position where he got behind in the count early and never really could get back in. Beebe managed to stay ahead of him. So that brings the catcher up, Josh Strain.
Way out in front of it that time. Pulled out of it also.
Hey, shorten up here.
Walks around, Josh.
Shorten up here. Just put him in play.
All right, Josh. Here you go, Josh.
Another big spot in this game here, bottom of the 5th inning.
Josh, come on now, kid. Here you go now, kid.
Bases loaded for Strain. Dombrowski's still holding.
I think he
Still holding a 1-run lead.
was a called strike. He had a face that looked like he regretted not swinging at that one.
Just put him in play, Josh.
Josh, come on now, kid. What you say now, kid? Get around, kid.
So Dombrowski trying to get out of the inning. Sends it in high. Strain chases it. Ball sent down towards first base. It was a play made
All right, we got 2 back, guys. We got 2 back.
by Petrutz. But Glassboro gets the runs back. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They leave him loaded. Going to the 6th inning. Paulsboro leads Glassboro 3-2. Paulsboro with the lead here. get things going in the 6th inning. They lead Glassboro 3-2. Shawn, Leary, and Jason Helder here for Comcast Channel 5. We've had a great game so far between two senior pitchers go at it. Chris Stanis of Glassboro, Mike Dombrowski of Paulsboro.
Yeah, he went.
And both of them still throwing pretty hard, too.
Big game coming up this week. We're going to be televising here on Channel 5. Got Gloucester Catholic and Shawnee, number 1 and 2 in South Jersey, Jay, going up against each other in a Diamond Classic.
They're obviously two powerhouses in South Jersey baseball every year, so it's not too surprising to see them 1 and 2 in South Jersey this year. And
we'd love to get a look at Doolittle, the pitcher for Shawnee. I don't know if he's going to take the mound for them, but he's supposed to be ridiculous on the mound.
Ball slapped to third base. Dover with the throw to first base in time. 2 away.
Also, again, coming up, the Clay Awards on June 10th at Kingsway High School. Be televised here on Channel 5 on the 11th.
Now, you'd love to get a look at Doolittle in the game on Saturday. Who would you love to get a look at the Clay Awards? Who's the celebrity you're dying to see?
Oh, Tony Barchuk?
I'm just asking.
I'm always happy to see Tony Barchuk, so I'm going to say Tony B. Big fan of his over at Kingsway, I'm sure. I'm sure we're going to get him involved.
Johnson sends a base hit in the left field. Try to get something going here with 2 outs for Paulsboro.
Got a lot of good sponsors back. Gloucester County College, Rowan, Gloucester County Times, Glassboro Lumber's back with us again. We have 2 outs. I don't know if they're discussing that or not, if Rigo had said something about that. Also, Commerce Bank's also another one of our sponsors. Clairwood should be a great one this year. I'm pumped for the Clees. A lot of tough decisions again this year.
Stanis makes a move over to first base.
Get him again if he goes, Josh.
Johnson's back in time. Ball gets by. Long leap.
It's out of play. It's out of play. It's out of play. There. Second base.
Regal's mad. Umpire Regal's mad.
He's here to call a game.
Man, he wasn't.
It's going to happen.
I was ready to go.
Go right.
Second base. All right, I'll go. Talking to me, I'll go to second base.
Everyone. No one upset him.
Just taking control, being authoritative. That's what I like out of an ump. Anyway, nice job that time by Strain, staying in front of that. Johnson with his good speed. You always have to be aware of that. Nice job that time by Strain, just making sure he stays in front of the ball. Silvestro looking for a key 2-out hit. Give Dombrowski a little bit of insurance here. Johnson with good speed at second base, definitely can round him on a single. Stanis knowing that, trying to keep him close to the bag.
Frank Perez, the second baseman, will come over to cover the bag on that play, get a sweeping tag at his hip, but Johnson already back. Sylvester sends it solid out to Perez. Throw over to first base in time. And now we got 2 outs. That brings Jeff Sargent to the plate for the Red Raiders.
All right, well.
Pulling outside.
Come, Big Chris. Come, Chris.
Then maybe Jeff Sargent's looking for a key 2 out hit. If Silvestro didn't want one.
Nice shot. There you go.
I would have given good money to say that there was 2 outs in this inning.
Stannis trying to get through this batter, get through the inning to try to keep it to a 1-run game. It's now delayed steal home. Strain blocks the plate. He's got him. Good heads-up play. Paulsboro with an aggressive base running move. As you see, there was some initial confusion between third base coach and home plate umpire. I think
I thought he was safe. He might have been safe.
What was he arguing that, or was he arguing the way
maybe
that Stannis had delayed and maybe balked?
That's what maybe he was going to say, but Rigo all over that.
Come on, guys. Gotta have
Rigo's done a nice job behind the plate.
Yeah, it's really been.
No, I can't think of one call that he's made that he wasn't right on top of. And
I'm in total agreement.
Harry
With you
McMichael's
and
done
with
a
him.
nice job. Yeah, Harry McMichael's done a nice job. Let's see if we get the tag here. Johnson coming home. Ball's thrown a little bit high by Stannis, just wanting to get the ball there. And Strain gets him on the leg. At least blocking the plate as well. The only thing, I mean, it was pretty evident that he was out. I guess you're right. He was probably arguing that maybe there was a balk that he didn't set.
And that really was where we looked at it on the tape, and that pitch was thrown high. Strain had to come up for it, and it probably had helped him though, because coming up to his feet enabled him to block the plate a little bit easier.
Able to set his feet where he wanted him after he did come up. Blocks the plate, does a nice job. And Glassboro now gets a chance here, bottom of the 6th with Longley coming up. Gonna have Longley, who is the number 8 hole hitter, Fiola. Both of them have gotten a couple of singles in this game. And the top of their lineup with Madigan.
Fiola, as you mentioned, is on deck as we got that rally started in the inning where they got their runs.
Again, remember in this game, Glassboro's looking to win to try and get into the playoffs, needing 1 win. They do have Shalleck on their schedule. Of course, that's not a guarantee though, because of the rain, the possible chance of rain. You want to get it over and done with, so you're not trying to scramble, trying to find a game to make up. Try and get your team into the playoffs.
Good cut, Ed. Good cut.
On the other hand, Paulsboro with 4 games this week. They actually had Woodbury scheduled for Monday, but that was rained out. They're going to make that game up. However, they have 4 games this week, starting with Glassboro here today. They need 2 wins. Standing at 5-5, they need 2 wins to get into the playoffs.
Long distance ball out towards right field, chasing it down, and unable to come up with the catch out right field is Steve Acey.
Ridge is bringing in a courtesy runner now for Longley. And Longley thought that the right fielder had caught the ball. Kevin Beebe. I'm sorry, Acey. Thought Acey came up with it. We've seen a lot of mistakes in this game. A lot of base running mistakes by Glassboro. And that's another one. Longley really wasn't running hard. I mean, in that play, that ball's hit pretty deep. You should be at least be in between first and second there, possibly thinking about going for 2, because that ball was hit pretty high, pretty deep. Took a long time to come down. You got to be hustling, Jay, and it's just not. We're just not seeing that.
Brandon Lansford, the pitch runner at first base.
All right, man, not you, 3-2.
Fiola had gotten the rally inning going for Glassboro here, down a run, trying to move the runner along and try to get him in scoring position to at least tie this game. Move over to first base. And Lansford gets back.
His bottom of the order for Glassboro has really done a nice job staying with a single so far. Longley, Fiola. Glassboro down by a run here in the 6th.
Solid line drive sent out towards left center field. Lansford to hold up at second. Fiola safe with a single.
Hey, what do you say, Hawk? 3-2. Nick, good job, Nick. Okay, we need this, John.
So this is big right now for Glassboro. They have the top of the order coming up. Nobody out. Runners at first and second.
Good boy, Nick. Good boy, Nick. Hey. Come on, man.
Dombrowski's pitched 5 full innings. I don't think his pitch count is too bad.
Let's go, John. Let's go, John. Here we go, John. Here we go.
Madigan, come on, Madigan.
We need this, John. We need to get a base hit here, John.
Like I haven't been paying attention to Nick's.
Good.
He's now move
Good job,
attempted,
Brad.
but then he holds on to the ball.
This is a spot here. Do you try and bunt Madigan? Now he has good speed, terrific speed, where he might be able to bunt for a base hit.
He turns around the
It looked
bunt.
like he was maybe trying to do that. Definitely send the runners over, get them in scoring position.
John, let's go. Let's see a base hit.
All right, Civic John. Catch
See a
on.
base hit, John.
All right, man, again.
John, let's
See if the bunt's still on by Bridges.
base hit, John.
Good.
You're good.
Lets it go high.
All right, John. Hey.
This is one of your hottest hitters. It's tough to try and take the bat out of his hand. I don't know if he was bunting for a base hit the first time up.
John, here we are, John. Here we are.
There's a guy who's been ripping the ball. I mean, he's got 10 doubles on the year.
Madigan, come on, Johnny.
Just pounded the ball into left center field for a double.
Goes for one low, but he gets by the third baseman. Over the glove of Silvestro. Coming around to score, it's a pinch runner, Lansford. He's across with no problem. And runners safe at third and second base and third base as well. So a big hit by Madigan to drive in the tying run.
Huge hit that time for Madigan. Yeah, that scored a double. He was hustling down to second base, and this guy just continues to hit well at the top of the order. We talked about how many RBIs he has as a leadoff guy. That's the reason. He's really produced, and also give it up for the bottom of the order for Glassboro. Yeah, them guys have done a job getting on base, turning the lineup over, and now they got themselves in position to put the winning run in with Stannis still on the mound and Paulsboro coming up in the top of the 7th, but they'd like to get a couple of runs here. Donnelly struggled a little bit at the plate today. That
Donnelly
should get the runner home, Jay.
sends a high fly ball out to George Johnson in center field.
Get down!
Ball coming home. Is safe, and Glassboro takes their first lead of the game.
Hey, George!
Bridges just telling his runner, make sure he steps on home plate just in case, and that's as good as a hit as far as the coach is concerned. You get the winning run across. Donnelly does his job. Now you have Madigan at third base, still only one out, and Walters at the plate. And now you're looking for, as the coach for Glassboro, with Stannis going back out on the mound, you're just looking for somehow getting that runner across and getting yourself an extra run. And it's important for your 3-hole hitter to realize that, Walters. You know, you're not exactly looking for a hit. You're just looking for maybe a sacrifice fly that's hit into the outfield that'll score the runner. Doesn't need to be deep with his wheels, or you need something slapped through the back of the infield. The runners are playing in, or the infielders are playing in, Jay.
There you see Walters chase that last pitch, breaking ball that came across home plate in the dirt.
See it now. See it hit it, 7. Get your pitch here.
That was like 290.
Base hit, Mike, base hit.
Boy.
Well, Paulsboro last year,
2-1.
they had 3 chances. They needed to win 1 game in the cutoff week last year. Had 3 chances to do so. Lost all 3 games, didn't make it into the playoffs.
Come on, Mike.
This week, 4 games, 2 chances to make it in. They may be faced with a different situation if they do end up losing here today. They'll need to find 1 win, or 2 wins, excuse me, in 3 games against some pretty quality opponents. Sterling's really good, coached by Joe DePatri, one of the better coaches that you're going to find in South Jersey baseball. Audubon, also coached extremely well by Coach Horan. Not as strong as they have been in years past. They had some real horses down at Audubon last couple of years. Still a very good team.
Walters fights it over to second base. Grounded out. Madigan held at third.
A little surprised he wasn't going on contact there. You have Billick at second base who just makes the easy throw over. That's a big out that time from Dombrowski. You just want your team going into that top of the 7th inning, only down by a run.
Ball gets past Diamond, but not enough for Madigan to come home.
Dobler's had a hot stick.
Josh, let's go. Keep it going, Josh.
Couple of doubles.
Knocked in the Glassboro runs in his last at bat.
Let's go. Base hit, Josh.
Takes pitch high. Talked about it before, Shawn. Glassboro with an opportunity here to get another run in for some insurance as they send Stannis back to the hill. Saw on that last swing, Dobler kind of stepped out of the batter's box a little bit instead of stepping forward like most hitting instructors will tell you. It may be thrown off a little bit by the timing of the pitch, and I think that's what caused him the short swing on that
Hey, right
ball.
out here, 3-4. Here we go, Josh.
He might have been guessing curve that time. Didn't guess curve that time. Nice pitch.
Never mind.
So now he faces Dombrowski with 2 strikes.
Shorten up here. Put him in play. Put him in play, 3-4. Don't let him in.
Where's that now, Coob? Here you go now, Coob.
Lets it go high. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes
Hey, same way now. Don't let him in here.
to Dobler.
Here you go, Josh. Come on now, Josh. Where's that now, Coob?
Gotta protect, Josh. Protect, Josh.
Go!
Called third strike, throw down to first base, will end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 runner left on base. Glassboro leads. Stannis facing Paulsboro here in the 7th inning, trying to get his team the victory. Glassboro leads 4-3.
And one thing Glassboro has not done well recently is hold leads. They did manage to hold on against Haddon Township after they started to rally a little bit. And then they did lose a lead late against Gloucester last week. Had a little bit of a lead. Gloucester came back and defeated Glassboro. So this is a spot where they could get into the playoffs. They don't want to lose the lead, and they certainly don't want to lose this game. and be forced to win one more against Shalleck. Conversely, Paulsboro would like nothing more than a little rally here. As I talked about earlier, they play Woodbury, who it's not a guaranteed win, but Sterling and Audubon are pretty tough teams. Audubon not usually at the top like they always are, but Sterling certainly is a tough opponent. They've already lost to Sterling 13-0, the second game of the season.
Stannis comes out firing, sits down the first batter for one away in the 7th.
Chris, 9. It was 8-9-1. This is 9. Come on, Chris. Come on, Stannis. Sit down, Stannis. Come on, Stannis.
Here you see John Diamond.
Donut reaching back a little bit on that one.
Hey, that gives you time to relax. Relax.
All right, Chris, go Chris.
Gotta go right at it.
Diamond trying to get on base, keep Paulsboro alive in this game. They trail 4-3 here in the 7th.
There's one. Good shot. Come on, Stannis.
Great looking pitch on the outside corner.
All right, Stannis, come on now, Coop. You're not Coop.
Diamond sends one down third base line for a base hit past the diving reach of Josh Dobler. Paulsboro's got a one-out base runner.
And with Diamond, chances are the catcher, they're going to probably have a courtesy runner in for him.
Come on, guys. This game's not over, guys. Come on.
That
Standard.
now with courtesy runner on first base,
What's up, Josh? Never know.
that brings Giordano, the leadoff hitter for Paulsboro, to the plate. There's, he doesn't have a hit yet today. Now it'll be a real good opportunity for
Come on, Chris. Hey,
him to keep the Paulsboro rally going and
All right, big Chris, go Chris.
get a hit, get on base.
There it is.
Frank Ondak comes in to run for Diamond, which obviously being the tying run. He has good speed.
I've got the ball. I got ball.
Ball sent down the right field line, foul. Kevin Beebe gave it a chase, but can't get there to haul it in.
And I'm not too sure if that was going to be in play or not. It was close. It's right down the line.
Giordano looking for a hit, trying to move Yandock around.
Oh, nice shot.
Just a little inside for a ball. Glassboro bench wanted him to ring him up.
They get him there.
Giordano, he's reaching back a little bit right now on this spot. If you're a scout watching this game, that's what you like to see. A guy who comes in the 7th inning to pitch the entire game.
Come on, let's end this. Let's end
So you can smell the victory and kind of fires it in there a little bit harder. Reaches back and he's still got that extra gear that he kicks it in. He's really popping the glove right now, Jay. That's impressive.
And we don't have his pitch count, but he's, 7 innings of work. Obviously, he's throwing a lot of pitch counts.
All right, Stannis, come on now, kid. What do you say now, kid?
Dombrowski's
Stay down, George.
Ball sent solid to Donnelly, flips to second base to end the game. Glassboro does a great job coming back in this game. Shawn found themselves down 3-0. after a home run by Brian Billig, and it really looked to open up a game that had been nothing the whole way, but they battled back for a big win here.
And Glassboro and Paulsboro, this has always been a big rivalry, especially in football, basketball. And now in baseball, Glassboro gets a big win against one of its Group 1 rivals. And I mean big. This sends Glassboro back into the playoffs in Group 1, or Group 2, excuse me. So they'll look to try and make some noise in that tournament.
So Glassboro wins 4-3. We're going to come back and wrap things up here on Comcast Channel 5. Welcome back to Glassboro High School, where the Bulldogs beat the Red Raiders by a final score of 4-3, and Shawn Leary is with Coach Bridges.
Coach, big win for you guys. You get into the Group 2 playoffs this year. Something that obviously that every team, that's their goal in the beginning of the year. This has to be a sweet moment for you guys.
Absolutely. We had some games last week that we thought we could have taken care of and came out with a victory, but we didn't make it happen. And coming into this week, we're really focused on these 2 games after Pennsgrove was rained out. And we want to go in 8-6, and hopefully we'll get a better seed, because there's always teams going in exactly at 500. So we came out here, we knew we had to get the job done, and the kids did it. They did a great job.
You had obviously going with your ace on the mound. He did a nice job, but you got to really like how your team responded, going down 3-0. Not only Chris, the way he responded on the mound, but how your team responded with the bats.
The way this game goes with momentum and everything, and the way we came back as soon as they got 3 and we came back and got 2 right away, I knew right then we were going to have a good shot at winning the game. Like you just said, they responded and they did a great job. They hit the ball. Kind of sorry we didn't do it earlier in the game, because we've been hitting all year, but they did a nice job.
Now, that's all positive stuff. Now we're going to get to the negative stuff. Base running was atrocious tonight.
Absolutely awful. If we lost this game, everything would have been on the base running. We finally put a good defensive game together. I don't think we made any errors. I don't think we've done that all year, played defense like that. And to go out and get picked off like that, it's just, there's no excuse. No excuse at all.
I mean, obviously he had a nice pickoff move, but he did pick off 3 leaders, the guy that led off the inning getting on base.
Right.
For a coach, that has to work on your heart a little bit, right?
If this was me 3 or 4 years ago, I probably would have been throwing my hat and kicking dirt and everything else, looking like Pinella down there at third base. But I'm trying to calm down now a little bit, and it was tough, but the kids came back, and I just want to enjoy this win now. I'll yell at them tomorrow.
Well, somebody who's going to enjoy this win is your pitcher, Chris Stannis, and he's with our Jason Helder.
Chris, if you're able to dry off a little bit, and it's not going to make the interview a whole lot easier, but looking back at the game, you started out real strong, you pitched a great game, and then they come in, they get the first lead off that 3-run homer. How did you feel coming off of that hit, and then how were you able to battle back in the game?
Well, it was bad, but I just had confidence and wanted to get to the next batter. I mean, that was a bad pitch. I hung it up, and he hit it, so I just want to come strong with a fastball, and they didn't do anything.
This is obviously a really big win for your team. You're able to battle back on your home field. What does a win like this do for your team for the rest of the way?
Now it's pumping them up, so tomorrow we should come out, win that game, and then go from there.
Now you got a few good games left, a lot of tough opponents coming down, but then playoffs down the line. How do you feel going into the playoffs the way the team's playing right now?
I think we can battle with them. I mean, any team can be beaten, so we just have to play good defense and hit the ball.
All right, Chris, well, I'm going to let you dry off. Congratulations on a great game and a good job today. Shawn, we expected a pitching duel when we came into today's action, and that's what we got.
Yeah, certainly. Both pitchers need to be commended. I mean, they came out and did a pretty decent job, pitched out of some jams. But also, Glassboro battled back. I mean, you got to really hand it to the Bulldogs. They really wanted this game. Obviously, Paulsboro wanted as much as they did, as much celebration that you see Glassboro having right now. That's as much pain that Paulsboro is getting back to on their bus ride. It's going to be a long bus ride home for them. Both teams really wanted this game. Paulsboro, I think, needed a little bit more. Glassboro battled back. That's just the mark of a good team. A team that can be a team that could surprise somebody in the playoffs, because you're going to see good pitching. But you have some decent hitters on this team. And the one thing I like about Glassboro, the bottom of their lineup really responded today. Kind of picked it up, really jumped into that top of the order. Madigan, who's been red hot. Donnelly, who's done a decent job, didn't do well here today. But those type of players for Glassboro can maybe surprise a team in Group 2. And, in baseball, who knows? Any given day you have somebody like Stannis on the mound, you can beat anybody.
We saw a great game. It's what we expected. Glassboro wins by a final score of 4-3. They beat Paulsboro and improve to 7-6 on the year. Our thanks to the crew for a great job here at Glassboro High School. For Shawn, Leary, this is Jason Helder. Have a great night, everybody.